So one of my fears is that I'm held captive and my hands are restrained or tied, so I can't scratch my back because my back gets really itchy. And I was wondering, like, if you couldn't scratch an itch, then that would just be torture. But this fear is something that I'm no longer worried about. I know. I bet you didn't see that coming. And the reason is because I have been experimenting with meditation. And if you're familiar with some of my conversations I've been having with you, 10% Happier, I love the book. There's a wonderful app to go along with it. And there's a teacher on the app. His name is Joseph Goldstein. Joseph Goldstein is highly regarded in the meditation community, and he does some of these meditations. And one of the things he talks about is noting, like noting, taking notice of something but not getting lost in it. So if during meditation you are distracted, if something pulls your focus, you don't beat yourself up and get all upset about it, you note it. And when I am meditating, and you could do like a short meditation, it's so interesting. And I get like a scratch. I get scratch and itch mixed up. When I have an itch on my back, what I do is I note the itch. I note the sensation. It's like being on the bank of a river, seeing these things go by, disturbances go by, and instead of jumping on them and being consumed with them and getting lost in them, you are aware of the sensation, but you can note it, and this magical thing happened. The sensation passed. Like it passed. It was so weird. So I've been doing some other reading, and this idea of noting whenever there's a disturbance, when something doesn't feel right within, instead of getting lost in that feeling, to note the feeling. Noting if I'm being impatient, or noting if I'm experiencing jealousy, or noting if I'm feeling whatever I'm feeling. And if I'm aware of the sensation without getting lost in it, this crazy thing happens and it falls behind me. I feel it, but I don't get lost in it. And it's just such a amazing, it's just a magical way of looking at discomfort. I talk a lot about getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, and this idea of noting it and acknowledging it and letting it flow through you is something that has been so incredibly exciting to experiment with. And I want to share this with you because if there's something that makes you uncomfortable, or something that you want to attack or get lost in, this idea of recognizing the feeling and labeling the feeling, but not getting consumed with it, and seeing if it can just drift behind you. Try this and let me know how that works. You can also check out the 10% Happier app. Joseph Goldstein is the name of that teacher, and gosh, there's so much more I want to share with you, but I want to keep this kind of short. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to continuing this conversation. Thanks.